As bike fitters, we see loads of people who are asking about crank length and wanting to try shorter cranks, and until now that's not been the easiest. There's not been that many options, and plumping for one specific crank length before properly testing it and trying it on the road has always been a little bit difficult. And we've been really excited to take delivery of these Zele cranks, which are adjustable and available in short options and really easy to fit to any bikes with a Shimano group set. They are also compatible with other group sets, but they're just incredibly easy to fit to a Shimano group set straight out the box. And today we're going to show you how to fit these to a bike and talk through some of the benefits of this product. So first of all, we're just going to remove the pedals off the current chain set. So once we've got the pedals off, we're going to take the chain set out of the bike, and with this Shimano chain set you're going to need a Shimano crank tool, and we're going to use that to take off the end cap on this non-drive side crank. Now we've got the end cap off, there are two Allen bolts here on either side of the non-drive side crank, and we're going to loosen those. They don't need to come out, just loose, and then we can pull the crank off. And on Shimano cranks, there's a little plastic piece here that we're just going to flick up like that, so it releases the crank. So now the non-drive side crank is off, the drive side crank will just pull out. So now we've got the drive side crank off the bike, we're going to take the chain rings off, because these chain rings are totally compatible with the new cranks, which is a really nice feature because it obviously saves you having to buy new chain rings, and you can keep the same size chain rings and everything. So you do that by just unscrewing these 4 bolts in the back of the chain set. These can be pretty tight, so if you need to use a longer lever Torx key, then do that. But we're just going to undo these bolts, take the chain rings off, and then switch them over to the new cranks. So now we're going to fit our Shimano chain rings to our new cranks, and the big chain ring just goes over the top of the crank like that and sits in there, and then our little chain ring is going to go on the back. And then use the same screws that you took out of the chain rings and put them back in. So we've got our new cranks with chain rings attached. These are adjustable between 140 and 145 millimeters. So quite short cranks, but their adjustability and their size is going to be really good for this customer. So we're going to put the drive side in first and put the axle through the bottom bracket, and then attach the non-drive side. So we're going to slide the non-drive side crank on now, obviously in the opposite orientation to the drive side crank, and then we're going to put this end cap in, and this just screws into the crank. So when you're tightening this end cap, just do it as tight as you need to pull the cranks together, and make sure that there's no gaps between where the crank and the bottom bracket sits. Once you've done that, then you can tighten up these 2 pinch bolts to 8 to 10 Newton meters. Just tighten up one at a time, because as you tighten one, the other will loosen. So make sure you get both tight. So the way that these cranks are adjustable in length is by these little flip chip inserts that go into the end. So you can have them one way around for a longer crank length, or the other way around for your shorter crank length. So we're going to position these now on this bike for this customer. I'm going to show you how to do that. So you have a little silver washer that goes on the pedal side. I'm just going to put that on the pedal now. And then the flip chip insert goes around the back of the crank into there. So obviously then you just need to repeat the same step on the other side, pop your chain back on the chain ring, and away you go. So that's how to fit these Zele adjustable short cranks. These are available in multiple different sizes from 140mm right up to 170. So whatever crank length you want to try, you can try them in 5mm increments. So you buy one product and you get to try 3 different crank lengths. So I think these will be an absolute game changer for so many people that have been wanting to use short cranks for either comfort or performance reasons. So if you are interested in trying these cranks and buying them for yourself, there is a link down in the description to our shop where you can purchase them. If you've got any questions about them at all, just drop us an email at info@ukbikefit.com and we'll be able to help you out.